हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, हमारा अभी का टॉपिक है टॉर्क ऑन ए करंट लूप प्लेस्ड इन ए यूनिफॉर्म मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. We have to study the torque on a current loop in a uniform magnetic field. Let us assume a rectangular loop PQRS whose sides are length L and breadth B. L into B इसकी साइड से. This loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field B at an angle theta. The thing is that there are two types of angle, one made by the perpendicular on the loop and other made by the plane of the loop. Here we are discussing the angle made by the plane of loop. This will result the cos. If I consider the angle with the perpendicular, it will result the sine. We will later discuss it. Now this loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field. There are four sides of the loop: PQ, QR, RS and SP. These sides we have to on these sides we have to calculate the force. If we see inside PQ, the current is flowing upward, magnetic field is this way, so Fleming left hand rule, the force on this side F1 will be what? This finger will be taken in the direction of magnetic field. This finger, second finger, will be taken in the direction of current, and thumb will point in the direction of force. So very clearly, this force F1 goes into the plane of loop. Here I am showing it with direction F1. So force on this side, current is I, B is magnetic field, length of the side is L, and sine 90 because current is upward, magnetic field is this way. So these making angle 90 degree with each other. So we can say this force will be IBL, and since this force is getting down into the plane of the board, so it will be shown by a crosshead. Now we come to the side QR. In this way, if we say here we will take the direction of current with the right hand thumb rule or Maxwell corkscrew rule. In this way we take two vectors. It is the basic method to find the direction of cross product. As applying this loop, this is the direction of magnetic field, this is the direction of current, this is the solder angle. If we rotate the loop by the solder angle, it will give the direction of force vertically upward. Okay. Now this force IBB sine theta, because angle between current and the magnetic field is theta, so IBL sine theta is working on upward direction. This force is taken upward direction. Now we move on to the force on side RS. Since inside RS current is getting down, magnetic field is this way, from Fleming left hand rule, we can very simply show the direction of force will be vertically upward. That will be shown by a dot head. And since current and magnetic field are making an angle of 90 degree once again, so this will be IBL with cross head, dot head. Now with the same reason as I have shown in the region of force F2, the direction of force F4 will be vertically downward, and IBB sine theta, because magnetic field and current both are not perpendicular in these two cases, F2 and F4. So F2 and F4 are IBB sine theta. One is vertically downward and other is vertically upward. These two forces are acting along the line of axis of the loop. Loop का जो axis है ये इसके along opposite direction में काम कर रहे हैं. यानी F2 and F4 are equal but opposite forces with the same line of action. दोनों का line of action same है. So such forces cancel each other. ये फोर्स एक दूसरे को कैंसिल करते हैं, यानी F2 और F4 की वजह से इस लूप के ऊपर कोई टॉर्क काम नहीं करेगा. Now let us think about force F1 and F3. F1 and F3, both the forces are equal, opposite, but both have different line of action. एक का लाइन ऑफ एक्शन ये है और दूसरे का लाइन ऑफ एक्शन ये है. So these two forces are equal but opposite. force with different line of action, such forces make a couple of forces, and we know couple of force exerted torque on the loop. Always torque on a loop is exerted by a couple equal and opposite force with different line of action. If we take the top view of the loop, then we have this side SP whose length is B will have two force acting on it. One is F1 and other is F2. The line of action of F1 is this one and line of action of F3 is this one. Both the line of action are separated by a perpendicular distance SM. From the figure, this angle is theta with the direction of magnetic field, as this is the direction of current. So current and magnetic field are making angle theta. If we take cos of this angle, cos theta is base upon hypotenuse, then base will be equal to B cos theta. So from here, perpendicular distance between the line of action of the two forces F1 and F3 is B cos theta. F1 and F3 are equal and opposite force with different line of action. So they make a couple which exert a torque on the loop. And we know torque on the loop is magnitude of the either force multiplied by the perpendicular distance. Here magnitude of either force is IBL, whether it is F3 or F1, both have magnitude IBL, and the perpendicular distance between the two forces is B cos theta. So we take IBL B cos theta, but here L into B becomes A, area of loop. So torque on the loop will be IBA cos theta. If current टर्न्स आर एन, इफ लूप हैज एन टर्न्स, अगर लूप में एन टर्न्स हो, एक सिंगल वायर ना होके ये मल्टीपल वायर का लूप हो, तो इन दैट कंडीशन करंट बिकम्स एन टाइम्स, बिकॉज ईच लूप will have current I, so n loop will have ni current. Then torque will be written as NIAB cos theta. IAB cos theta will be the final value of the torque, but keep in mind this torque will be calculated with the plane of loop. We will speak only about the plane of loop, not about the perpendicular. Let us once come to the special cases. First case, if loop is placed parallel to the magnetic field. Suppose this is the direction of magnetic field and this is the direction of loop. So loop and magnetic field both are parallel to each other. In that condition, theta will be 0. And in that condition, we can say tau equal to NIAB because cos 0 is 1 maximum value. So this is the maximum torque acting on the loop. Second, if loop is placed anti-parallel to the magnetic field, अगर loop magnetic field के anti-parallel रखा हुआ है, तो in that particular case, direction of loop and magnetic field will be 180 degree and theta is 180 degree. Tau is what? NIAB. NIAB means it is the minimum torque acting on the loop. If we say loop is placed perpendicular to the magnetic field, then theta is what? 90 degree, and we know cos 90 is 0. So torque on the loop is 0. So this is the torque on the loop in a uniform magnetic field, but we know torque is a vector quantity, so its vector calculation will be done in a separate way. See how to calculate it. Vector form of torque. Since torque is an axial vector, we know very well it is a vector quantity. So to make it vector, we have to consider the angle perpendicular to the plane of loop. So here, to make area as vector quantity, we have to take area vector, and area vector is nothing. You know, area vector is the perpendicular drawn on the loop. Here I am showing area vector with n. So this is the direction of perpendicular. If we consider the angle between this n and the direction of magnetic field, then what will happen? If this is the direction of magnetic field and n be the direction of perpendicular on the loop, then theta may be written as plus minus 90 degree. Either it is 90 plus or it is 90 minus theta. So we can say cos theta will be what? Cos 90 plus minus theta, and we know if any angle is written with 90 plus minus, it will be converted into its complementary pair. This is what cos theta becomes equal to sin theta or vice versa. So cos theta can be written as sin theta. So torque will be NIAB sin theta. But sin theta, it is the cross product form. So if I write torque in vector form, then NIAB sin theta eta cap. Eta cap is called perpendicular unit vector. This perpendicular unit vector will be giving us the cross product. Ni, both are scalar. A becomes area vector and B is the magnetic field. So direction of torque is in the vector form, torque is written as Ni vector A cross vector B. But we know Nia, this is what the magnetic dipole moment M. So I can write Nia itself as vector M. So torque can be written as vector M cross vector B. This is the torque in vector form. Direction. Since direction of the torque is given by the rule that give the direction of cross product, these are the two rules which are well known to us. These are right hand thumb rule and Maxwell corkscrew rule. Both the rule you have studied in class 11th in the chapter of cross product. So both the rule administer the direction. But to summarize, the direction of torque is taken, anti-clockwise torques are taken positive and the clockwise torques are taken negative. It is the convention. By convention, anti-clockwise torques are taken positive and clockwise torque are taken negative. One more question comes here. If we take a wire of certain length and we form three shape, first it is formed bent to form a rectangular shape. Secondly, it is bent to form a square shape, and thirdly, it is bent to form a circular shape. And all the three loops, one by one, perpendicularly or in the same direction, are suspended in a uniform magnetic field. In the similar way, which torque will be maximum? Means the torque on rectangular loop, torque on the square loop, or torque on the circular loop. Which torque is maximum? So here you will have, since B is same, current in all the form is same, only the area differs. For a given perimeter, the area of circle is minimum. So circular loop suffers minimum torque. This way you can solve the questions based on this. And this is the working principle of moving coil galvanometer, which we will see in the next video. Thank you for watching.